Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Such a Y-O, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE show. Cousin Tracy.
What's up?
We are back at it once again, episode 126, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, I was trying to figure out, and I was thinking about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, when I introduce this guy, do I call him a special guest?
He don't need no introduction.
That's what I'm saying.
No
at this point, you know what I'm saying? At this point, we just go. He's like a what's the joint Stephen A. is a recurring actor on? Like he comes on one of them soap operas. Every so is it Days of Our Lives or something?
That's contractual.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So he's just fulfilling his contract. He has to make an appearance every so often.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Before we get started with the man on our left on the chair that we all recognize,
yes, we already
let me
know
put
he
this
is.
disclaimer out there. Don't y'all be judging me because y'all see me with this hat on. All the looks I done had in 126 episodes, this may be the worst. So don't y'all, but my lips ain't chapped.
You look good in the hat.
What you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
We're just
gonna let her talk.
I want to see nothing on this. I want to see nothing on the comments on YouTube. Like, yo, why cousin Tracy? Dad, what is going on?
We just gonna let her talk.
No. You know people's favorite line. Is she okay?
Is she okay? Yo, speaking of, now I know this is off script. Before we get into this thing, you know what I'm saying? Wait, first of all, Antoine Miller, Coach Antoine Miller is back on the couch in the cage. Just say what's up to the people real quick before I get to my thought. Before we
say
start.
What? Y'all know. Again, I'm not a guest.
Yeah, right.
I'm an honorary co-host.
Yes.
You know,
facts.
Glad to be here.
Facts.
Glad to have you.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of what you just said, because black people are saying it right now about Martin. Is Martin all right? Martin don't look
he's denying being sick from what I'm told, but if we all remember the stories, he had the heat exhaustion episode.
He did have some situations.
Then on the 30th thing of making the 30th Martin reunion, he made mention about being sick, but now all of a sudden they want to say he's not sick. He looking well, but give some more prayers to him and his family.
Yeah, no, true.
And listen, they said Bad Boys dropped numbers last weekend, so he gonna be all right.
I'm gonna go check it out. I think I might go Wednesday.
He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right, and his medical bill's gonna be paid, unlike some of us that live in the ghetto.
Yeah, true indeed. Shouts out to Martin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, I know this is a lot of, before we get started, my guy here, Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
You know what I mean?
Happy Father's Day to you guys and all the men out there and all of the mentors, coaches, mentors, step pops, grandpops, all of y'all. Happy Father's Day. We need you guys. We appreciate you guys. You guys are what drives us as women, what help us understand what men are supposed to be like. So please keep being a shining example of what we need to see and what we need to respect.
I'm gonna give an applause for that. For us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, another one too. Applause for us fathers, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, people, when I used to say this, people used to think it was weird because I said my dad and my brother were the first two men I fell in love with. And I say that not no sick type of way, but they showed me what men and how men are supposed to treat their women, their children, and their family. True. My dad was a shining example of what a big brother was in his family. Father, uncle, he was a dad to all the nieces and nephews, brought them into our home, paid people's bills, you know what I mean? My dad just showed me how a man is supposed to treat his woman and his family. So that right there was the first man I fell in love with, because in my eyes, I need somebody like him. True. And then along comes my big brother, who becomes a Marine, suit and tie black man, educated black man, clean cut, nice guy, sweet guy, big brother to a lot of people, and gift giving, sharing, shows signs of appreciation to you all the time. So for me, when I'm getting a boyfriend, my boyfriend better come like he coming, or I don't want you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I hope and I pray that I've surrounded my children, my daughters, which I know I have, with men that show them what the example of men. And I think that's why it's so hard for them to date. I really think, because it's no shorts. You can't come short.
The bar is high.
Right, Davina posted it. If you can't come like my pop, don't come. Stay home.
True.
So I'm just, and like I said, women, we look at men, and if your girlfriend or your sister or your cousin is dating somebody that's not good, it's because of the example that was set for her. You strive to. That's why a lot of women marry men that are like their dads. Because dads is the example. And regardless of what society has done, separating the men from the family, all of that systemic stuff that ruined us in the black family realm, the fathers that was around, the mentors that was around, you guys set the example. And I say it all the time. My example came from the men in my community. They were loving, caring, and they showed me how to love and care for myself because they were so nurturing.
True. And just to piggyback off of that real quick, it's just like, and shouts out to my dad, you know what I'm saying? Happy Father's Day, Dad. And just like you said, like him being a strong, proud black father, Coach Pat, Coach DeMary, Mr. Thomas, like I can run down a whole gamut. But just gave me an example of when I have kids,
and Lenny Hall,
how a dad is supposed to, you know what I'm saying? How it's supposed to be a provider, is supposed to be a protector, is supposed to take care of your children at all costs type of situations like that. You're not belling on your kids, you know what I'm saying? So
you in there for the long haul. That's crazy.
True.
Like Uncle Lenny.
That's facts.
You got
Uncle
people, Lenny Hall, my Uncle Lenny Hall. Now I know for a fact they ain't my dad kid.
Right.
I know my Uncle Henry had a lot of kids, but you ain't one of them. But Uncle Lenny. So you know, I mean, the men in our community and the men that are still in our community, the likes of Orlando Pettigrew, Nelson, you know, you Antoine, Sedge, y'all coaching, y'all mentoring these people, these kids, y'all showing examples to women and young ladies, so we could see honorable people, and it's amazing. And again, happy Father's Day, you guys.
That's what's up. Appreciate you. I just hope when we get to, because you know my dad's finally retiring, you know what I'm saying, and his retirement party's on the 26th of June. I'm just hoping I can get through my speech.
No, you will not. He will cry. We already know.
Let it go, bro. Let it be whatever it's going to be.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Don't let it be whatever it's going to be.
I'm just going to flow.
Make sure you just have tissues.
Let it go. My sister's gonna be up there with me because we kind of doing something together. Yeah, she's stoic. Shout out to my sister, doing a great job. Her first year being a principal in Collinswood. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm hearing some things that she don't even know I'm hearing, but she's doing great. So
nice.
Yeah. But let's get back to this guy.
Antoine Miller.
All right, let me see how I want to say this. Second year varsity program. You know what I'm saying? Finished 22-9. Going into the playoffs, number 1 seed, made an appearance, sectional finals, didn't go our way, because, I was there every playoff game rooting, you know what I'm saying, didn't go our way, but, you know what I'm saying, like, I just want to know, bro, like, now that you know what I'm saying, had a chance to look at things, had a chance to reflect, and for people that don't know, because, you know, a lot of people think we just roll some basketballs out, come November, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when the season starts and all. For what y'all did this season, when did that work begin? I want people to know, like, we just don't show up in November and try to make things happen. When did the work begin?
Subconsciously, it started the summer before the first year. And I say subconsciously because I've been going back and forth, like, was we this hard-headed as kids? I don't know. I don't know. You could tell me. I don't know. Maybe we was. But anyway, like, these kids they inherit everything that they really listen to everything, and it goes into their system, but they don't act upon it for whatever reason. They got to see actionable things, right? Your words is kind of null and void until they fall on their face, and then, okay, it worked. You told me this, now I should listen to you. I'm vested into you now. So the work started the summer before the first year. Okay. And it really, I believe it really resonated the end of the first year when we lost the first round of Wildwood because we were the better team.
Got you.
Right? But we didn't do the things in the off season. We didn't do the things consistently throughout the course of the year in order to win that game. We still should have lost the game, but we were the better team at the end. And they felt that pain in that locker room. And internally, I was disappointed from a competitive standpoint because I know we were the better team, but I was jumping inside because I was like, yes.
They getting it.
Y'all feel what I feel.
So I have a quick question. Let's rewind a little bit. How many years was the second year varsity, but how many years Is that true? Four,
That was the third year, right? Because y'all did the
Third.
1 year JV.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
we did a
two-
year JV,
right,
which
and then
helped out a
two-
lot,
and then
right?
two
I
varsity.
got to that. I don't even like talking about that JV year because I had like 20 kids on a team. And I did that on purpose because I don't know what I had.
Mm-hmm. Right,
and it doesn't matter. It's a JV
right.
season,
Right,
right? So just throw everybody
Right,
out
you
that
can-
I
right.
think can play, and let's just see. And in my head, I'm taking everybody
So
out.
we're talking 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
So how many students in that 3 year time was from the beginning? Like, how many did end up in at the end from the very beginning? Like, who stuck around,
Four.
bought in? Four.
Four.
So they were sophomores and now just graduating seniors, right?
Four. Well, yeah, the four that that's our catalyst now. That's coming into their senior year. Many didn't stay around because it was just like I was in. I wouldn't say a tricky situation, but I was very cognizant. I'm glad I was very cognizant of my situation. Like I knew like I said prior to being on the show, we were the stepsons in the city, right? So I'm not good enough to play at Camden East Side. I'm not good enough to play at Camden High. Let me go over here to Kip and do what I want, right? I know they all came into the gym thinking that internally, right? The pressures of the society with the entitlement didn't help that as well, right? I knew all that. You know, so a lot of them fought me, not disrespectfully, but just fought me on that, right? And being tied to the streets and being tied to all these other things, right? So the guys that left, they just didn't want to do that work.
Right.
It was just too much, and I understand that. I'm a lot. I'm a lot to play for. I'm a lot, and I believe in putting them in uncomfortable situations 100% of the time, and that's not for everybody.
Yeah, true.
Right? I had a lot of kids that they weren't there to be basketball players. They were there for a lot of other reasons. I want to look good and play basketball. I want to do a couple highlight reels, Instagram posts. You know, I'm bored with my time. You know, I want to do it for a whole. I just want to feel good about myself for the moment.
Right.
When does the game start? You know what I mean? Not practice, not summertime, 7 a.m.
He talking about practice.
Just let me, tell me what the games is, right? And they the ones that you want to weed out, you know? So it ended up being 4 guys, and it's not a mistake that it's the 4 guys that's the catalyst of us going into the senior year.
Because I think I don't know if it was your first year. I think it had to be your first year because I remember we had that conversation and you was talking about that, and I think you had somebody show up like in some Camden High shorts or something like that, and you yo, this not what we doing here.
And it wasn't, and he wasn't a bad basketball player, right? But I knew I was beginning a program, right? And I knew if I was going to turn this quicker, and I'll talk about, you know, when Tracy was talking about the 4 years, and I said, no, we're not waiting 4 years.
4 years from now, when y'all have your first championship win.
Earlier than that.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a long time.
he said, nah,
We in year 1.
That's a long time.
You only a G. Okay, you right. Please make me eat my words. I'm sorry. Y'all heard it here first. Less than 4.
Definitely. We got the tape.
I like it. I like it. Briggs, how about you?
If I was going to turn this around quick, I got to lay those type of foundational things really early, right? And I got to hit hard because I need the whole masses to see what we doing here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he wasn't even a bad player, but I gotta
set that example.
I have to early.
Them
I have to
foundations
early.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Nah, that's definitely what's up.
Do you feel like you got this as you started winning? Did you get the support that you know you deserve from our community?
From the people that matters. That's a for me that's a question that I care about the people that care. I mean truly care. Right? Like support for me is in the framework of Bird coming to every playoff game. When he's coming for me. Like I know he's coming for me. Tracy sending me the text that she sent me the day of the sectional championship game, right? What she actually said, right? Orlando Pettigrew coming to, I don't even know who we played. It was somebody that people ain't gonna want to come to see, right? But he want to come and support me and have a conversation with me and give me the biggest hug ever. Coach Bill, like I could go down a list of the people that truly understands and work and truly cares about me, right? the other people, I think that's just business. I think like we in a political. America is capitalism, man, and I
That's facts.
the most thing I appreciate about Kip, I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but it's politics. It's a high level of politics at my school, and it comes with the territory. You know what I mean? So I don't. Outside of the people that I care about, that I truly appreciate their support, I don't really know how to answer the question, honestly. Like, they gonna come because it's beneficial to them. And I gotta navigate it the right way.
And that's what I saw. When I was at that playoff run, them playoff games, I saw some dignitaries posted up in the little VIP section, I guess you want to call it. I've been to some other games before this. I didn't see, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some other programs in the city, front and center, every game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, you know, shots out the, I mean, no shots fired, but I'm just speaking what I saw, what I observed, you know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I appreciate what you did over
but it's business though, and it's business, and it's I try my best to be in touch with my emotions and channel that into the proper way and understand, like, adults are no different than kids in my position as the head coach at Kip High School in a religious city of Camden that loves basketball, right? I'm in a gold mine of basketball, but it's predicated to one school. Again, no slight to Camden East Side, but it is what it is. Ain't nobody checking for what y'all doing as far as sports.
Basketball.
It ain't nobody checking for it. This is basketball at Camden High School, right? I'm in that, so it's like, all right, who are you? You're gonna have to prove it to me. I never had a problem with that. I never had a problem to that. And when it's time to, you know, talk business, whatever, we'll talk, you know. So it is what it is.
That's what's up. Yo, you know what I got to give a shout out to real quick, and this is off script a little bit, but our principal from the high school, who when I first got in the district up in Salkin, we coached baseball together. You know what I'm saying? He was a history teacher as well. He became vice principal, then principal of the school now. Shouts out to, and happy birthday. It was a little birthday celebration with him. My man Bonk. But your AD was there, and I always heard his name. I never put it together, but he graduated maybe like 2 years before I got in the district. He was a baseball dude, and so he was there. And I'm looking at him like, yo, this dude looks familiar.
What's his name?
I'm trying Nick Draga, right?
Nick Draga.
Like this, he looked familiar. Like, where I know this guy from? You know what I'm saying? And then it just clicked. Like, nah, like you said, he graduated 2 years before I got there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got there in 03, so he came out like 2 years before then. But when we finally, because he was kind of looking at me too, like, I think I know this. And I'm like, yo, Kip AD. He was like, yep. And then we just start talking about you and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And he, nothing.
I'm so appreciative.
But somebody, and I know when administration has your back and when they don't, he got your back, bro. 150,000%. Like, he spoke, he had nothing, everything was highly, and he also said, you know, he's like, yo, he speaks highly of you and West Tech and all that too, but yo, nothing but praise, bro.
He down for the cause,
and he's with it.
Yeah,
and he's still bad about the ticket situation because we was talking about that too.
You know what's funny? Like, you know what I really appreciate about him? Like, you know, he's white, obviously.
Yeah, facts.
And he knows he's white.
right.
And he's asking questions like a white, like, yo, I need answers.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. You can't just tell me you're not it. No, I need answers.
That's what he said.
You know, and that's the privilege of.
He was still mad
from them side
about
of the
how
tracks.
they took over. He was like, Bird, I don't understand. I called this person. I called that person. Oh, you can't give me an answer? I need to talk to somebody else. Like, nah, this is the conversation we had. And I was like, yo, that's
when WP has its privileges.
Yeah, I was like, that's what's up, though.
Word. I love it. He's down for the cause, bro. Really good dude.
Got your back, 100%. That's what's up. So, let's talk about some of the, before we get to, you mentioned it a little bit, right? When you said it started that previous year, you know what I'm saying? That previous summer and whatnot. Like even to this point, I'm going to flip this question a little bit. Even to this point, is it like getting the kids to buy in? Like, now, do you think it's going to be a little, nothing's never easy, but you think it'll be a little easier now that you had this great season that you just had? Or like getting the kids to buy in? Like what's that process like over there? Because like you said, you're like the you know, the stepchild of the city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to play for Canada High or East Side or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm sure they're going to be checking for Kip now. You know what I'm saying? But at that time when you took over, like, you know, I mean, I know you, so you know, cousin Tracy know you, but like for the folks that don't know you like that on that personal, like, how did you get these jokers to buy into that? Because it couldn't have been easy.
I mean, I'm very demanding, man, and I mean, I was just consistent in my approach, and something that helped was like I talked about things before they happened.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I actually told them, like, yo, no, this is going to happen if you don't do this, and so on and so on and so on. And 100% of the time that it did, right? So I talked about this on one of the 7 episodes I've been on this show. But I was like, for me personally, selfishly, it was frustrating going through that first year.
Okay.
Because I had to own that I'm telling them something's going to happen, it happens, and I'm still losing the game. To people I shouldn't be losing to, coaches I shouldn't be losing. They thinking they really beat me.
Right.
Like, it's not like that at all, bro. But and then it transferred into, you know, okay, now you right. What do you need me to do?
Gotcha.
Right. You know, so I think now we at a standpoint of you call me crazy, but I got to make them even more uncomfortable because we had so much success.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I have seniors that been around me for 3 years, but they still coming from a society that gave them everything and that allowed them to be lazy and allowed them not to work. And they still haven't seen, it's 25 levels to basketball.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Just because you did this, you think the whole world is this. It's not. It's so many levels to basketball. We participated in Del Greco's.
Oh yeah, how'd y'all do?
Live event. It was amazing because it's Philly, man. They get in you.
Yeah.
You know, so we had a lot of ball pressure and things like that. It was a lot of uncomfortable situations. We did well and we handled it, but it was an uncomfortable environment. And I'm a real big proponent of continuously putting them in uncomfortable environments. And me being a leader of my organization, like they try to say I don't smile much. And it's not because I don't want to, you know, I know what's ahead of life. I understand the challenges that's ahead of y'all in life, right? And the problems don't go away, but we got to figure out how to internalize them properly, right? Like, and we got kids that's still growing to do that, you know? So the challenges don't stop. I have to teach every day, but I got a great group of kids. I got a great group of kids that been around me enough, you know, their parents is solid, and the principles is really simple, man. I saw Will going on his press run about Bad Boys, and he talked about it, like on that Carmelo Anthony podcast. He like, these principles is really simple. Like, you just got to be consistent, you know, and stick to your core values of life.
Right.
You know, like you talked about the dad thing and things like that, and you're not going to allow your next guy to be in any type of way. That's something that you learned at home. And it's not complex things that you're asking for.
True.
Consistency. Let's start there.
Yeah, but it's up to the person to reciprocate what you demand. I demand things when we walk into the gym. It's no. This is non-negotiable.
But because you know life is going to make demands.
Yeah, true.
Whether you're prepared for them or not, life demands.
It's going to be non-negotiable.
Right, and it's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Like, and you either got to do it or not.
And like you always say, cuz,
happen.
he just kind of alluded to, talk about, you know, outside of off the court life and all that. We trying to, what'd you say, the tools in the toolbox.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? You might not have to use this tool right now, but you get into that situation later on in life, it's like, oh, I got a tool that I could pull out my joint and kind of help me through the situation. You know what I'm saying?
So what was the school like, the atmosphere, the people as y'all were winning and your kids are walking through the school with their jackets on, with a zip up, you know, you warm up, you know, do y'all do that over there? Like game day, you wear. They got
a lot of gear. I'm sure they did something.
Hoodies and something.
I'm sure they did something. Every time I walk in there, they got some new stuff on. The coaches is laced.
Their money hit different.
We won't have that. We won't have
nice.
We'll have a lack of equipment problem.
They didn't understand it.
Okay.
Like it was weird. Like they what should I do right now? Like that's how the school was. What should I do right now? Like should I like wait, they really doing something. Like should I be vested in it?
Right,
Should I cheer for them when they come in? Should I like and I actually looked at that. Like how was everybody reacting to us winning?
Right.
Whatever. And they like they internalized it. They didn't understand what winning was.
Right.
I feel like everything that part of Kip is. I talked about sports a lot, but I think that's the same thing as regular kids. I think they don't know how to win.
Gotcha.
Right? Like even just general. Again, we know Camden High. We know the tradition. We know what they do as far as pep rallies and things like that. Cheerleaders. Like down the line, everything is Camden High. Now you got all these schools. It's like, well, we ain't them, so let me shy away in the light. So I don't really know how to win. I don't really know how to win. So
but systemically, right, and culturally, and in our community, we ain't been winning. So the kids don't know how to win. If you're not in a certain group, winning you don't do it. It doesn't happen for you. So it's a mind change for them entirely. Because what they need to know is the moment that you wake up and stretch and put your feet on the ground, you're winning. And we don't look at we don't teach our young people to look at life like that. It has to be about gaining something to feel like you're winning. No, the moment that you wake up and you're in the game, you're winning.
See, the frustrating part about what you're saying is I had to teach within that.
Right.
I'm literally coaching against Willenboro at home. And I had to literally tell people in the stands to stop doing something because we're winning so much and they don't know how to internalize it. They're just doing anything.
Right.
Because they're so ecstatic about winning. But it's ways to go about winning too.
Right.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna say their name on camera. It's people that should know in our school that we just won 14 straight that didn't know. You talking about how did they internalize it? There's people in the school that didn't even know that we just won 14 straight.
That's crazy, right?
It wasn't on the morning announcements. You know, back in the day. Back in, I don't know about when you was in school, but back in our day, any games or sports that happened over the weekend, it was announced on Monday. So and so won, so and so lost. We did this, we did that. This would happen Saturday, and it was a great party at the gym. Like everything was announced on the morning announcements.
And I think that has something to do with it too. Not to cut you off, bro, but I think that has something to do with it too because it's new. Like you said, it's new. Like when we came to Camden High, when you eventually got to Camden High. It's another story for another podcast. But like before I got to Camden High, I heard about the success and all that. And I saw my dad's taking me to games, so I see it and I see what's going on. Now I'm in it, I'm there, I see what's going it's you know what I'm saying? So we kind of knew how to handle the winning because it's been happening and we've been brought up in it. But at KIPP, new program for the most part, so y'all just taking the world by storm, not saying that you already knew what was going on, but like this is happening now.
Yeah.
So I could see where people was like what? Okay, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we number
How do we cheer?
We number one seed?
What do we say to them when we walk through the hallway?
First of all, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, number one seed of what? You know what I'm saying? So I can see how
a second year program is supposed to be offered as an extracurricular activity, and that's it.
Right.
This is just the reality of it. We're offering these things because we have to offer it because we're a high school. Right. You're not supposed to win this fast.
Right. No, that's right.
Well, I'm glad that you did, and I'm glad that we knew that you could.
Yeah.
How about that part?
Yeah. Nah, sure did. Let's talk about the staff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not just because I know most of those guys. Till I know a lot, but and what was the other young brother? Justin. Yeah.
Honorary Haas.
And you got it because Haas was there. Haas was at every game.
Haas was there,
and he was
there the first
Haas
day.
he was louder than me. Like Haas is right there on the court.
Like,
yo, you gotta get back on D. You gotta do this. I'm like, okay, Haas, I see you. I see you. So yeah, definitely shots out to him. You know what I'm saying? What role did they play in the success?
I mean, first of all, I'm really appreciative to God has really afforded me the luxury of meeting really quality people in life. Like, and I'm talking about like organically, not on no interview type of thing, or whatever like that. Like, I'm really fortunate for that, and it doesn't. When it comes to my staff, it's the epitome of that. Till is the backbone of this staff, because Till's a soldier, man.
Yeah,
Till's a soldier. When I met him at West Tech, like, I'm really appreciative of people that's consistent as people. Like, they are who they are no matter what. When we walk into the room, whether they walk in any other room, they are exactly who you see, right? And I never lost sight of that with Tillery. That was just an extension of the rest of the staff. I always look for like different components of a staff member. I look for somebody I can trust 100%. Turn my back, that's Tillery. I always want somebody really young, that's hungry and smart on the staff. That's Justin. He's 24 and his 47-year-old body. And Butter played at a high level as far as his guard skills and things like that, you know? So it's certain things that he could teach physically that we can only say verbally.
Gotcha.
And it just all coincides. And I'm getting into the point this year where I'm starting to add volunteers that's young. I only want, and if anybody is wants to get into the game of basketball, I only want young guys. I don't want anybody old. That's hungry to get because and I'm saying that because, you know, and we'll probably get to this. Bird knows it's like it's really tough for people to get on staffs. This guy that I'm hiring this year is 24. He said he's been trying to get onto a staff for 3 years and nobody's giving him an opportunity. He don't even want to get paid. Like, and like, I don't understand that. Like, why is that a problem? You know, so
because it's called gatekeeping, right? So when I explain to someone
especially
that I no longer wanted to coach anymore,
Sheesh.
although it's some things prohibiting me from that, but I no longer want to coach anymore. I want younger people to come that's more relatable to the age that we're coaching, right? But here's the thing: it's hard to find them. No, really.
Yeah,
it's hard to find them.
Yeah, because you just can't bring anybody in.
Right, you can't, and you gotta have quality people with good moral standing as well as ethics and coaching skills.
Very good point.
So to find all of that wrapped up in one and be under 30,
it can be
a
tough.
little difficult.
Are they passionate though? And I'm asking you this question: like, the people that you run into, are they passionate though? Because
I'm only going to speak for what I've been trying to do for girls, and it's been really, really hard because I don't know what the women are passionate about, for real. I know some of them are skilled. They got great skill sets. And I'd be like, listen, why don't you come out and help build the softball program because our girls need it. We're losing girls. Now high school is coming upon a few girls and they don't have the skill set to even play on teams. So why don't we try to get them now, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and then, you know, build them. Time management. And I tried to explain to people, I was at a conference last week and I explained to people, CP time didn't come from nowhere.
True.
Culturally, we have piss poor time management skills. Oh, I got a job. I can't do this. I'm involved in this. Yeah, I'm involved in a whole lot too, and I always figured out how to be a dance teacher, a basketball coach, a baseball coach. You know, a mom. I was volunteering with the track programs. So my thing is,
can you say real quick why time is important? Being on time. I swear, I really don't think as Black people we really understand why that is important.
I'm finicky about time, and you know this because time is one thing in your life you can never get back. Once time has passed, you can't rewind the clock. You may have missed a moment if you show up late or if you don't show up. You cannot replay time. Things happen in a moment. And if you don't manage your time well, you will miss a lot of moments, a lot of life moments, a lot of moments that could be positive in your world. But that CP time didn't come from nowhere. So it's hard to find, back to the coaching realm, it's hard to find people because it's a lot to coach. You may have to end up taking people home. You may have to end up picking them up. You may have to end up stopping past somewhere to get them something to eat on the way, taking them home. You may have to sometimes pick them up and give them a slice of salvation on a Sunday. You just don't know when you coach. So a lot of people don't want to commit to that because they can't fit it in their time because they don't know how to time manage. So getting quality coaching for young people is hard because people want to live life. I want to live my best life. And if I'm here living my best life, it requires me at 9, 10 o'clock to be outside. When you coaching, you ain't gonna be outside. Cause you done spent 4 hours practicing, yelling to the top of your head, trying to get these kids to understand what this play was, and you done went over it and then over and then over again. You're mentally exhausted. Now you gotta go home and take them home first, some of them, to have conversations with their parents, follow up with text messages and emails. Then you gotta go home and be a dad to your daughter and a man to your girl, and then you gotta start this all over again. So it ain't no time for you to live your best life and be outside.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I would like to say too, people like that, to people that, especially young people that is trying to get into coaching, you know what I mean, whatever sport it might be, you got to make sure you're ready and prepared for that opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
When it
comes.
I
know a lot of people that I've talked to, like coach, I want to get into coaching, and then when I hit them with the, all right, you know, I might not be able to pay you this year, but let's get this volunteer situation on your resume. Coach, I ain't ready. Well, you just sent me a whole paragraph text saying, I'm trying to do this. This is what I want to do. Can you help me out? All right, I'm trying to help you out. I'm not ready.
And then people don't want to lose.
Yeah.
People want to come into programs that, if I'm already winning, I'm just not pulling you into my program.
That's big too.
They don't want to build.
That's big too. That's big. That's big. Now let me ask you this: since we talking about it, now that you know you had that success, I'm sure there's a lot of people reaching out, trying to be on the KIP staff somehow, some way, or be a part of the program somehow, some way. How's that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I know you folks. I know him personally, so I kind of know, right?
That's what I know.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm the same person, bro.
Yeah,
I'm the same. I'm the same person I always been, bro. Like, I'm not. I don't care about none of that. I care about the people that want to do the work. Like, the part that annoyed it. I hate to use the word annoy, but, you know, because I understand it, but the part that annoyed me most about this year was the people that tried to come at the end. The DMs that you get from out of nowhere, the phone calls that you get from out of nowhere, congratulations on your success, if I could help, at the end, right? It annoyed me because, like, I mean, I'm talking about, like, real blood, sweat, and tears. Like, when no one cared, like the sacrifices I've had to make with my family and myself and my daughter, like these people that I'm not there for because I gotta build this. Right. And if I don't do it, it's not gonna be done as quickly as I wanted it to be done. Like y'all was not there for those sacrifices, right? And for some reason, it's like a microwave society. Like when things hit, it's just like everybody want to get on, and I don't live life like that, you know. So, me as a person, I never had a problem with those type of things.
Gotcha.
Like it's happening. It's
yeah,
happening.
I already know.
And
I will,
and I'm easily having those type of conversations. Like, bro, you know what? Like somebody wanted to partner with me a month ago, and I tell y'all offline like who it was. I just had to stop him in his tracks.
Right,
like he giving me the whole PowerPoint slide of what he want to do, or whatever like that. Like, bro, it's not happening, and I'll tell you why. You know, and it's because of how I feel or view you as a person.
Right.
I care about that, bro.
I think I went back before we did this. I watched the last episode. I think it was your last episode where you had the kids on reflecting on the season, and the one where you had you and your coaches on reflecting on the season. And I think Justin brought it up. He was like, "Yo, we was practicing in a box when y'all was in y'all was at Sumner or something, right?
It was a half court,
and with like a one of them joints you will in, right? Like the other court was like a will in court.
We was in the auditorium at Sumner. Yeah, and like literally a coach had to stand at the auditorium stairway so nobody would run into it because it's over after you did that. That's where we had to practice in the box, bro. Like, think about Sumner real quick. Think about that building, bro. Yeah. Think about that building that we was in. Yeah. That's where it started. Yeah. Sumner. Till said it, we was in a closet. Like literally, like it's the auditorium. Floor was horrible. It's an auditorium. We in an auditorium, bro. They got a wooden backboard on one side. It's probably a little bit bigger than a half court. They got a wooden backboard on one side. They got this Fisher-Price court that they drug in on the opposite side. That's our full court, bro.
No exaggeration.
We got a Till had to stand next to the auditorium. It was like a corner where the stairway is to come up, so nobody run into it. Like they was hurting themselves bad, bro, because this is how our practices was. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's also not crazy.
And the floor was slippery as heck. It was like linoleum floor.
People don't know that.
And people don't understand that. They just see it now, like, oh, okay, let me hop on now.
But I think this is how the world goes.
True, I agree.
You know, but
I agree.
It's all good. It's a part of it.
But that's the stuff that builds character, right?
Yeah.
True.
I mean, sometimes we wish that we ain't have to put our kids through some of the things that they go through for them to build character, because the other people don't have to go through that, right? The other people have the space and availability that they need to do what they need to do.
Right, facts.
And it's unfortunate that our kids always have to, what don't kill you make you stronger.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I mean, it does build character, but it's just unfortunate that we always got to build character.
Right, true.
Not having.
You're right. And that's a good teaching point too, because I know, we always like to teach life lessons to all this, but it's just like they get to see it early, like when you have success in life, beware. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't let anybody hop on your bandwagon because you're successful now.
Because
you put in work to get to be
believe.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Remember when they said, "What are you doing?
Right.
Why are you starting this? Why you just can't wait your turn for the thing that's in front of you? Why are you starting this from the ground? What are you doing?" You got to remember those people that were the naysayers that said it couldn't be done.
It's part of the reason I got a YouTube channel, right? Like I documented. We got summer league games from 3 years ago when we looked.
That's true.
Terrible.
That's true. They was up there.
I watched one this morning. We look horrible, and the kids was getting mad at me like, "Yo, why are you posting that?"
Right.
I like, I'm not posting it because I want to embarrass y'all. I want people to see this
The beginning.
in the infancy stages,
work, right? Yeah.
and see how life is really supposed to work.
The facts.
You supposed to go through these lumps and get your head beat in. And figure it out.
And if you stay and put in the work,
But I still just think it's so sad that we always gotta get lumps and bumps to figure it out.
It's not sad.
Yeah,
It's not sad.
I wouldn't say that.
You know why? Because Tracy Hall is an amazingly talented person. And the rest of the world, of all type of nationalities and religions and all these type of, they can't say that. You put Tracy Hall against 9 other women, she gonna come out on top with her organic, God-given ability.
Wait, I gotta
put her in the dirt, and she's gonna still.
She's gonna make it happen.
I gotta tell you this.
That's the difference.
I gotta share this because you said thank you. I appreciate it.
That's a good
but I
point.
gotta tell you this because I
point.
have to share this. So I was at a conference that the district had doing my job, and I just so happened to sit at a table with a bunch of directors and stuff from special services, right? And these women got doctorates and they're in doctoral programs and they got masters and all this. So one of them leaned over to me and said, "Why you never thought about while you're here working in the district going back and getting your master's or your doctorate?" I said, "I gotta get an undergrad degree first." Whole table shut up. I what? This right here is a product of a high school diploma, and I'm doing what y'all do better than y'all do it at the same time y'all doing it. And I may not be getting the money, and that's cool because everything with me is not about money. It's about getting where I need to be and being in the rooms that sometimes the doors would have been shut on. And yes, y'all heard it here first. For those that don't know, no, I don't have it. Okay, stop it. But it didn't stop my success, right?
At all.
And it didn't stop me from getting doors open in different rooms that I may not have ever had the opportunity to get in, even with the degree. True. But to see those faces and the jaws drop, I know they probably went back and evaluated their whole opinion. And the crazy part about it is because you're right. It was the life lessons. It was the life experiences. It was being, told what I couldn't do because I didn't have, but I knew I was going to get it. I'm going to obtain it, and you're going to see because I need you to watch this. Watch as it grows. Watch as it, as it develops. And listen, it is what it is. But just thank you again. But just saying what you're saying made me remember that. That was hilarious on Wednesday. It was, when I tell you hilarious. And then after I said, when I dropped the bomb, I turned my head and started looking back at the panel. I mean, the people that were just conversing because I knew they was confused.
Like, what just happened? What did she just say? Did she just say?
Did she mean to say that?
Did she mean to say that?
Did she mean to say that?
That's what's up.
That's normal.
Now, how you maintain this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you got the target on your back now. They didn't. Well, I don't know if it's official yet, but they didn't move you to another division. It's already official. Okay, because I know I saw the prelim, but I didn't know.
So what
they
division you be in
voted.
now?
He not in the freedom no more.
I don't know the names of these divisions.
It don't even matter.
I know they wasn't gonna let us go undefeated in that division
They
again.
put him a little.
So they put us a little
step
higher.
up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
That's
okay,
what happens
it's
when
okay.
you. Well, nah, you gonna be straight.
Nah.
But yeah, how you maintain this now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna say, just keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, and that's what I see.
Do you
outside
have
looking in.
students? Do you have
Outside looking
students
in, I'm
flocking to come to KIP to play now?
It's in the middle part now.
Okay.
They seen the success and all right, is this legit? Or did they just have a good year?
Right.
I don't know yet. Right? Like
Still,
I
is it-
like what
is
they
it
doing a
a
lot.
fluke or
Parents I like what they doing a lot,
Or
but
they gonna
I
run it
don't
back.
know
Right. I got
if
you.
it's legit yet. So it's in the middle ground stage.
Okay.
I mean, you just double down
that's what
on what you're already doing.
Just gotta get
You look for
going.
the flaws in your program,
Right.
whether it's on the court, whether it's off the court. Is it something that you could be doing better? There's always something that you could be doing better, and you try to get ahead of those before they arise. You know, obviously, it's feel funny saying it because I haven't had the luxury of doing that. We're a senior led heavy team
Got you.
going into next year.
Got you.
Right, we got to get younger.
Right.
You know, so and we got to develop.
Right.
You know, which is something that I never had an issue with, and I think that's what's different from me. I don't mind developing. I don't need seven transfers in order to be
So
successful.
are you gonna have a JV program as well? Do you have
we
enough
always had a
students?
JV program.
Yeah.
We don't have a freshman program,
okay.
so it's just JV and varsity.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just doubling down on what you already believe in. You know, like again, we're in Del Greco's pre-live tournament.
Shouts out to Del Greco too.
This weekend, amazing guy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Since
yeah.
I met him, he's been so
definitely.
Have we
solid.
had him on there? Yeah, he was on here.
Yeah.
Because remember he wrote the rebuttal piece.
Yep.
Yeah,
and all
Del
that.
was
And
so
we talked about
solid.
that. Yeah, nah,
Philly
true.
Live.
He got us into Philly Live. I called him. I said,
called him
yo,
too.
bro. I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to get in Philly Live. He
Oh, so
gave
that
me
was
the
you were in
contact.
Philly. Oh, I
Yeah.
saw BCT. Oh, I wasn't sure if that
that
was
was
you.
us.
Okay,
Yeah, we in that first
I
session.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I hit him
We got-
up. He
we
put
got-
me
we got
down.
Philly
And I was
Live.
in. Dude was like, yeah, okay, bet you win.
We got Philly
It's
Live
like,
coming
okay.
up this week. We in both sessions. We got
I
that
saw y'all was
coming
in both sessions. Yeah.
Like it is. I think it's just we won 22 games and we went to the sectional championship, and that's cool, right? But we still didn't win. Like this is just me, like really internalizing it properly. We had a very successful year, but we still lost, right? So how do we go to that next step? I actually planned on. I didn't think College Achieve would get moved out of Group 1.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do I got to do to beat Ivan Drago
Right.
and Rocky 4?
Because that's
Right?
what they. You
I
know
gotta
about
put-
the College Achieve team?
Yes.
It was like
I got the Group 1 team that was beating everybody by 50.
Yeah.
I got to put my kids through hell because I got to
Right.
beat them to go to Rutgers.
Right.
And they move, but that's not changing either.
Right.
Right.
True.
So I look at it the same way. You know, I just got to put my kids through hell. Never get comfortable with being comfortable, and it's the same simple principles.
Right.
It's the same simple principles.
Just keep it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I need to get better. I've always need to get better individually and what things I could tweak and things like that. But other than that, it's the same principles, bro.
That's what's up. Justin, go back to Justin. I like Justin, yo. Shout out to Justin. You know what I'm saying? In the episode I was watching or whatnot, and he summed it up perfectly. And he just like unfinished business.
I like that.
And next year, the motto should be unfinished business. Like,
You know what I'm saying? We unfinished business.
You said what you said about when I think that we going to when did I know that we was gonna get better or whatever like that.
Oh yeah. Just bring it back real quick. Make sure y'all watch AM University. You know what I'm saying? He has his own podcast. This is how this podcast started. So please check his podcast out as well. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I don't even know how I skipped that. Did you know from the rip that we're going to be good this year? Or was it during the season and you seeing how things are progressing, how y'all getting better, how y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Well, first off, roll the tape of the Birdcage. You know,
He did say it.
we have a conversation.
We had a conversation.
And
Make sure you
Tracy-
check out that episode. Yes.
Tracy said, and in all fairness to Tracy, that's how long it takes.
Yeah,
It takes 4
right.
years to build a program,
Right,
usually.
right.
I'm not waiting that long,
Yeah,
bro.
he said
he
it.
said it.
He did say
I'm
it.
not waiting that long.
He said
And
it.
I want to say this too, like,
And you didn't say it cocky. It wasn't like a cocky
but
type
people,
of.
but people
it was just
internalize
like-
it the way that they internalize it, and I really don't care because, like, it's not a cocky bone in my body,
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm.
It's light skin energy he gives off. Light skin.
She had to say that. I was about to say something that was really like poetic,
My bad.
but she.
My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I forgot the question. What was the question?
Going into the season, did you know y'all was gonna have this great of, or did you know like, yeah, we can be great this year, or was it like as the season was progressing, you started seeing it like, oh, we got something?
Nah, because of the Wildwood game, the loss in the first round to the
Okay.
number 1 seed,
Okay.
and we almost beat them. The kids was beating me to the gym at 7 a.m.
Got you.
Right after that.
Got you.
And I knew, like, all right, this is it.
We got something.
And we
Okay.
still got a lot
I
of
got
learning
you.
to do, but this is it. They're going to come through this
Because that's
season.
half the battle. If they coming to
Yeah.
put the work in, that's half the
You
battle,
know
right
what
there.
I mean? And that wasn't
Yeah.
happening a year
Gotcha.
prior. Right?
Gotcha.
So because of that,
Gotcha.
the kids understand the goal, right? Everything I said now,
Right.
they took with it.
Gotcha.
If you say it, I'm doing it.
Got you.
Right? And if I could get that component for me, y'all actually like listening to me and letting me lead
Right,
y'all,
right.
like we're not gonna lose many games, bro.
Got you.
And then it happened.
And that's one thing that I took from watching your kids on that episode, watching your coaches on that episode, like the word trust kept coming up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like we trust coach, his staff, we trust his leadership. You know what I'm saying? The kids trust us. Like it was a lot of, and I think that's big because, you know, of course, you know what I'm saying, you want the most talent you can get. But if your kids trust you, they're going to exceed what maybe their talent level is. They just going to go a little bit more. Yeah,
They'll
you
run
know
through
what
the
I'm
wall.
saying? And that's big.
Juan Arce, before you ask the next question, Juan Arce, he was a little Spanish kid, number 24. Like, and he understands who he is. This is just the realistic thing.
Right.
He only dribbled one way, right? He shot the ball from his knees and balled it all the way up. The slowest release I ever seen. He was a slow 5'7", 6 kid, right? But he gave me every single thing, and he listened to every word I said, and he's been at every workout since day one.
That's all you can ask.
Right? And to me, that's the catalyst of this is what we doing. Then the talented players come in. You got to be on this along with your talent, or you can't come, because you're not working as hard as him.
True.
He's graduating this year.
Yeah.
You know what I
Shouts
mean?
out to him. You know what I'm saying?
This year,
That's all.
2025, right?
No, he's done.
He's
Oh,
done.
he's
Yeah.
done
now.
And there's another
I've
kid
seen a couple
graduated this year too,
pictures
right?
and-
The other Spanish kid, Nas, the shooter,
Yeah. Nas, the
graduated,
shooter.
and
Right.
Howard graduated. All role players.
Right.
And
All role
Nasir was my kid from Cooper's Point.
Oh, that's
I
right.
found that out.
And
Yeah.
Zeta was my baby. She's my baseball girl, my basketball player.
You
Yeah,
had a couple. I remember we talked about that.
Yep.
You had a couple of those kids over there. Now I know you know what I'm saying, and if they can't hear it from what you've been saying and what you said previously and what you say on your show and all that, let's talk about not outside of the program because it's still the program. How did it feel like now that you got a chance to sit back a little bit? How was that feeling being named Coach of the Year? You know what I'm saying? Like how did you? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you laid back, you chilling, but shit, I was excited. Like I won the joint. Like we did it.
Yeah,
We the Coach of the
I
Year.
was posting
We
and
the Coach of the
sharing.
Year. You know what I'm saying? Like what's your thoughts on that now? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could mention how you felt then, but like now that you gotta actually got a
It's
chance to
sunk in.
reflect on, like, okay,
Yeah.
we had a good season. I know we still need some work. We didn't win it, so we want to win it. But I'm like, damn, I got named Coach of the Year. Like, how's that?
It's cool. I actually knew a couple weeks prior before they posted it.
Okay.
It's cool. But to be honest with you, man, I don't really take much precedent into it because it's a popularity contest, right? Like it's okay, we did this on paper,
Right.
so I should give this person this. Right? But
Gotcha.
how much do y'all reporters that's reporting this really know
What's going-
about
yeah,
the
sure.
awards that y'all giving?
Right. True. That's,
Right?
that's a good point.
Because in all fairness,
That's a good
right,
point.
that was for the conference. What about South Jersey Coach of the Year? What you tweeted about?
Yeah.
What about New Jersey Coach of the
Yeah.
Year?
No, you're right.
Right?
You're right.
What do y'all really know? You know, and I came to that conclusion. I was thinking about your question coming over here. Do you know that the and I don't know his name, but the reporter that talked to me after the sectional championship loss, he didn't even know our leading scorer didn't play.
Oh,
I had to tell him while he was interviewing me.
Got you.
And I'm thinking in my head, and he wrote a beautiful article
Right,
after
right.
I told him
Right,
that.
right,
It was
right.
it was a well written article
Right,
about
right.
Pittman and their winning and their lineage with Crispin and what we did or whatever like that. But he didn't know.
Didn't know. True.
We've been the number one seed the
The
entire
year.
year.
Yeah. It was never in question.
Ran through South Jersey, and
That's
you
true.
don't know at
That
our sectional
our-
championship game our leading scorer isn't playing.
That's true.
Like, to me, that's a problem, right? So it's like, what are we really doing here as far as what y'all picking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got some good people out there. Kevin Emmons, that's with D2 Network, does a good job. But I think most of these people with these rankings, with these articles, with who they want to give awards to or whatever like that,
That just kind of
y'all just glancing through
Yeah. Nah,
stats
that's a good point.
and what's the names and just picking who
That's a good point.
makes sense on the surface level. Y'all not really doing the job. And I got a problem with that. Like, I think everybody should do their job. I know journalism is where it's at, and I know it's an internet-driven world, and you got to have the headline and things like that, but I personally still believe it's a pocket for actual journalism
True.
and writing
I
and
agree.
people doing things tastefully.
I
I'll
agree.
tell you offline, it's a couple reporters that I talked to this year that they misquoted me.
Right.
They severely misquoted me.
Wow.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen much with me. Like, I'm giving y'all all the opportunity, and I'm gonna stop talking to y'all soon. And I'm saying that online.
Right.
Like, this is important. It's your
That's
job
true.
to take the information and tailor it tastefully to a well written article. That's your job.
That's true.
It's not to get the headline. You know what I mean?
Just take everybody about the
Listen.
takes.
I'm
You know what I'm
appreciative.
saying?
I'm
Everybody about the takes.
I'm appreciative of anything that helps the brand.
Right.
You know, with myself and
Right.
with the school and with the kids or whatever like that. But for me, that's where it ends.
I got you. No,
Honestly,
I got you.
these people don't know me,
Because you're right.
and they don't know my program, and they
You're
don't know
right.
what we going through.
And a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like when they come out with the rankings during the season, this is all sports. Is one person's opinion. It's not a committee. It's not like how they do the college
It's an
rankings
opinion.
where you have the committee and you kind of get everybody's opinions and try to formulate it. Then you got like some stuff you put into the computer and they spit out some.
One person's opinion.
Nah, it's one person. It's like, cause we can have, you know what, next year we're gonna have the BYRDCAGE rankings. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be me and you. We could just sit here and be like, all right, Kip number one, West Tech number two. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is with these jokers. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had to find that out as I got into coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learn so much when you get into actually becoming a coach in high school. Like the politics of the game and the popularity factor of the game and just knowing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking when them Courier Post rankings came out back in the day, like it was a bunch of the sports section people all getting there and then they take the average of who voted what first and da-da-da-da-da. Nah, it's whoever's the basketball coverage guy. It's his list.
One person.
It's his list.
Based off of the
So
stats
now,
that he
if
read.
I'm at the pub with this guy the day before, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you know what?
I like you.
Bird, you ain't doing too good, but
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
put
like
you 5. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or
Put you in the top
like
10.
I don't feel this guy, so I don't care what he's
Put you in
doing.
the top 10.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just the process of the game, and you know what I'm saying. But I like the way you navigating it. You know what I'm saying? And
Good job.
we definitely need more. We need more of that youth. You know what I'm saying? In this coaching in this area, because like you said, there's a lot of gatekeepers. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That just don't let deserving folk in. I ain't saying if you able to help somebody out that you just supposed to take anybody.
But wait, let me say this, though.
Like, come on and coach with me. Nah,
Let me
you
say
gotta
this though. I don't want to.
deserving folk.
I don't want to be in at all. Like, it's some really quality coaches of color that's doing an amazing job
Absolutely.
in South Jersey,
Facts.
right? Like, I don't know the ins and outs of what Lionel did, but he won a state championship, right? Wayne Nelson in Atlantic City had a tremendous year outside of what happened with Mainland, right? Look at what Lamar Greer is doing after leaving Canton High and going to Middle Township. It's some really good coaches out here. So I don't. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do. Actually, that stuff is boring over there.
Right.
I don't want to be a part of that anyway. I want to be a part of colorful things. That's new age. That's fresh and things like that. Like, so y'all do y'all list. You look at the Al Carino stuff or whatever like that. Like what you did. Man, whatever. Man.
So what's the word? Antiquated?
Oh my God, it's ancient, bro. That stuff collecting dust. Like it's new, and you still got to play the game at the end of the day.
Right.
That's what matters. Right. So it's whatever, bro.
Before we get out of here, before we wrap this up, you know what I'm saying? Let's look in the mirror. I know we're the BYRDCAGE mirror. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel you have grown as a coach? You know what I'm saying? And what are you continuing to do to grow as a coach? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you've seen your growth from when you first started to now. And I know you, so I know you're going to continue to grow. And that's all coaches should have that. You should never get to a point where it's like, I don't have to learn anything else. I don't need to learn anything else. I can just stay on this where I'm at, on this level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good. And that's not, because things change so much now, too. You got to change with the times, or you're going to get left behind. You know what I'm saying? But
at this stage of my life,
what's your growth? How you feel about your growth?
I've grown most as a man.
Okay.
And that's translated into me being a better coach.
Gotcha.
I watch a lot of basketball. I try to pick up different nuances, like especially like European things but it got to translate into like how I view the game. But I've grown most as a man.
Okay.
Like how to be a better father, how to be a better spouse, how to be a better mentor. Like this is another thing that people don't understand. We're going into picking who's coach of the year. I've had a player in the last years that has severe anxiety. One player got shot in his abdomen, an inch away from dying. Had a bag on a month before the season started. One player, the leading scorer, tore a meniscus in his knee prior to the year, which he had to sit down, so he gained weight. So he wasn't who he was in the summer. Right. One kid was homeless, and he was battling with that. And I got 5 other stories that I just can't even say while we on camera. Right. It's like these are the things that me as a leader, I had to be a leader in these spots and navigate it properly with the families, would still spread myself out to the rest of the team, was still being a family man, was still going home and taking care of myself. I had to navigate all this and a lot, and we go back to the microwave society. All people saw was the wins.
Right.
And that's the part that kind of frustrates me. Like, no, y'all don't know. A lot of kids out here just rolling out of basketball and we just playing the game and we going home to our happy life. And everybody got problems, but it ain't these type of problems or these type of things you got to navigate. You know, so I'm at the standpoint in the stage where I'm growing as a man.
Gotcha.
You know, because I don't want to do these things all the time.
Right.
I'm just being honest. Like sometimes I want to just be selfish and just go do what I want to do, like selfishly.
Right.
You know, and it's not always the best thing, but that's how I feel at the moment. I don't want to be somebody else's dad. I don't want to drive somebody else's kid home. I don't want to have a conversation with somebody else's kid about selfishly, why am I talking about this and you're not talking about it to the kid?
Right.
And trying to figure out the solution, me and my staff. I just want to coach basketball at times. We got a game in an hour.
Right.
I don't want to do this right now, but it's my duty to do it.
Fact.
You know, so I think that's what I'm getting the most out of it at this stage. And I'm very fortunate, man. I'm just very fortunate. I love the position I'm in. You know, I wouldn't want to be doing anything else in life. I said this on this platform before, adults is washed. I don't want to help. I don't want to help any adult. I don't want to have a conversation with any adult that don't want to be helped. I want to pour into kids because they the last chance of saving this whole existence that we in. because I think everybody older that don't want to make something of themselves already picked their choice, and it's probably the wrong choice. You know,
that's a good point.
So I'm fortunate, bro.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what I need. I need you to do me a favor, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need you to bring back when you would do the segments through AM University, where you would break down the plays, how to be the.
All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome to the first episode, first session of Wednesday Night Playbook. As y'all know, I started AM University, the show. With AM University, it's more, it's centered around basketball, but we're trying to get to the root of why things happen in basketball, if that makes sense. With this is straight for the brainiacs, the geeks that love X's and O's and schemes and things like that. It's straight basketball. All right, so that's what we're gonna be doing.
How to do this, how to do that. So when you get some time, I know you got your daughters, you got other things to do outside of basketball, but for me,
how to do
and
it.
if you don't want to put it up there, just send it to me, come down here and break that thing down for me, because that was informative, and I've used some of those things. So bring that back for me, bro, because I'm sure other coaches out there would like to see.
Yo, it's crazy. I'm gonna say this on this platform, and I never said this like while recording. Like, I'm gonna make a book of all the things that I've ever written down in my life, whether I use it or not. And I'm talking about the things I crossed out and everything. Like, cause I go back, I got like 15 books of just things I wrote
I'm
since
sure.
the West Tech days.
I know.
You know, and I was I don't know. I was, damn, that looked good, and it was from 7 years ago or whatever like that. So I'll try to bring it back.
Yeah, bring that back. You bring that back when you
do this, because it's all about the learning process, man. It's all about the learning process, and you don't keep information for yourself.
Not true.
That's terrible.
We talked about that before too.
That's
and
terrible.
Not even talking about coaching, just in the
life,
in the world of daylight and people not saying they're gonna help you, but not giving you that information you need, and you have to go outside of the community to get that help. And you know,
put it out to the world, man. Put it out to the world.
If you got it, why not share it? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, thank you once again. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for honoring your contract. He didn't even know he had a contract. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, contracts around here is real raggedy.
So I gotta ask for something too?
You ain't gonna get it.
Yes,
you ain't gonna get it. I'm 126 episodes, and I think I got
pizza.
I got Domino's.
Domino's?
I mean,
I don't even eat.
No,
that.
we had other pizza.
Oh man,
you got
in
pretzels.
126 episodes. Let me finish.
Come on,
you
bro.
cut me off. 126 episodes. I got my contract fulfilled 3 times.
Oh man, gotta do
bad.
better. I don't know what the percentages of that is, but that ain't
now, what are you asking? I don't know if we be able to fulfill this.
We gotta think about it.
Okay,
I mean, you're a cigar guy now.
Yeah, true.
You're a cigar guy now.
I think I think the
cigar.
percentage of that may be like 3%.
I don't think it's that.
3
out of 126. It's a horrible shooting percentage.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah. But thank you for having me, man.
Nah, always a pleasure, man. Thank you for coming on. And it's like, Tracy, you said it before, though, because every time he does slide through, it's always something different. You know what I'm saying? It's like, It's never the same. If you go back, and please go back, and we appreciate you guys for watching the show, and the shows are on YouTube, so you can go back and check them all out. But every time he comes on, it's something different. It's a different flavor. You know what I'm saying? It's Antoine, but it's just a different layer of Antoine. He's doing something else, or you guys is going on, and we just appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all.
Like I'll say this too. I can't say it no more, because Tracy, I'll say this too. I can't say it no more. It ain't no bird cage without this joke over here. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that.
Let's
you got
work.
any shout outs, anything you want to give before we get out of here?
Let's work. Shout outs. No, man. I'm thankful for the position. I'm thankful for my coaching staff. I'm thankful for my family that appreciates the time that I got to put in and sacrifice away from them. I'm appreciative of Nick Drago. I'm appreciative for this opportunity. At KIP, like, if you know the backstory, like I didn't plan on being here. At all. I'm appreciative for this journey. Like the first thing I thought about when I got that Coach of the Year was how many no's I got. You know what I mean? How many people said you're too arrogant and cocky? You should be this way or whatever like that. Or, you know, like you're not this, you're not that, you're not that. You know, and it was frustrating at the time, but it all landed me where I was supposed to be. And I think that's what's most important. You know, we supposed to be where we supposed to be, do the work within that until it's time to go. And, you know, that's success.
Talked about it earlier.
Timing,
being on time.
Yeah.
Being prepared for your opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It all goes hand in hand. That's what's up, bro.
That's it.
Like I said, man, you know I appreciate you. You already know. So, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Keep doing
y'all.
your thing. Nothing. You know, I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? Much success, except for when we play each other.
Yeah, I mean, the schedule, look,
outside of that.
the schedule much different this year. Like I said, we moved divisions. It ain't no more of them people that we had to play last year. You know, we really senior heavy, so we going for it.
Facts. Nah,
you know, so we got a lot of guys that we got.
But that's how you want it,
a lot
though.
of horses
You
on
know
our
what I'm saying? I
schedule.
mean, Nick was talking about that. He was like, yo, like he give me the schedule or, you know, who you want to play. And I'm like, well, how about we throw a little cupcake in there? He like, Antoine ain't going for it. I was like, nah. We're going to be battle tested. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be battle tested for, because that's what it's all about. I mean, you want to be battled. You want to go through those ups and downs, those situations. So when you get into the playoffs, it's not like the first time you see something like, we ain't been down by 10 all year. What do we do now? You know what I'm saying?
It's about the end.
Yeah, facts.
It's not about what happens in the journey or whatever like that. How we look cute and whatever like that. It's about the end.
Facts.
So
that's definitely true.
Going for it.
So our man, Coach Antoine Miller, you know what I'm saying, in the building once again. We definitely appreciate you. Just again, happy Father's Day again. You know what I'm saying? Happy Father's Day to all the guys out there, especially my dad. You know what I'm saying? Muscle just passed. Recently,
Yes,
right?
yep.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Muscle. You know what I'm saying? He's a father to many. You know what I'm saying? In the community. You know what I'm saying? Good guy. You know, just shouts out to everybody. Just continue to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, hit us up. If you want that merch, we got merch. You know what I'm saying? We got the lovely yellow on. I got the hoodie on. I know it ain't hoodie season no more, but it's a little chilly.
In his basement it is.
Little chilly in the studio right now. You know what I'm saying? But
cool.
you know what I'm saying? Hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Continue to watch. Continue to do what you do. I know we didn't take last week, but very, very successful. I think this might have been the best. I'm gonna let you talk on it because I know you are. But the third annual, let me get it right, Wellness and
Health and Wellness Weekend.
Okay, almost had it. And I was there for all the events, so don't get it like. But yeah, let's talk on that real quick.
So last week, the first week in June, we have the Daylight Foundation has their Health and Wellness Weekend. And what I do is, because I know people are getting hit all year long with this organization, that organization, this organization doing something else, I cram all my stuff into, as Mayor Vic Carstarfin, and thank you for your support, says All-Star Weekend. So I do. That's what it was. I do like 4 events in 4 days, and in them 4 events, we have a lot of resources, we have a lot of people, we have a lot of things that gives community access to the stuff that they need to help with their health and wellness. So Thursday night we had family fun night skating. Friday night we had an adult mixer with some like-minded people that are on a health and wellness journey. Saturday we had our fabulous fun day in Whitman Park, free food, DJ, moon bounces, resources, activities, information, face painting. We had the gamut. And then on Sunday, we had our wellness brunch. And our panel this year was a young lady her name is Shamira Shaw. She's a doctor, a psychologist. She's from our community, raised right around the corner from my house. Yes, we do have doctors homegrown from Camden. We have Ira Mercado, who's a VP at Eastside High, young man through our city that's been on a mental health journey as well. And then we had Jason Bryce, who runs an organization called 4 Walls, and they provide in-home care services for our families in our community, and you can get them to provide services for your family. So it was a great weekend. Thank you for all the support. CCP, which is headed by Dana Red, again, Mayor Vic Carstarfin, Chief Rodriguez, and Captain Coley from CCP. Nnamdi Nelson, the Masons, Meet the Browns, Time for Jumpers, Lawrence, Fish, we call them Fish. Just everybody that supports us. It's amazing. My family, my friends, all of it. We didn't know we were going to get here, and we have arrived, and I so appreciate it. But I'm going to end by saying this. Listening to Antoine and listening to us talk, God's plan for God's people, right? You just never know the timing. But what you do know is never give anybody the pen to write your story. Your story continues to be written every day by you. Put your best foot forward. Always try to be the best version of you, and never let anybody hold the pen to write your story, because the end is still being worked out. So you're the narrator to all of that, and make sure you control your pen. Listen, I remember when people said, why is she starting a nonprofit, or why is she starting an organization about mental health? What is she doing?
Right.
Like, what is she doing? And now we see what I'm doing.
Right,
I'm changing lives day in and day out. We had a young man speak at the brunch who was part of I met him in 10th grade at one of the darkest times of his life. He just pledged IOTA. He's doing community service. Now he's about to graduate from Lincoln University. You understand what I'm saying? And then we have a few we still got Kurt Huff out there teaching and coaching and doing his thing. We have a lot of young men that came right through daylight, through the program, that took and listened to what we said and navigated through life's challenges. We don't have a bunch of success stories. We have a lot of success stories, and we also have some failures. But either way, people are learning life lessons through us placing ourselves in their lives and giving them the tools to navigate through this system.
True. Daylight is amazing. So definitely shout out to you, cuz, for that. Shout out to the staff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was.
And I don't do the work alone. Weekend. It's you guys. It's y'all. Y'all encourage me, like, keep doing it. Don't stop.
Yeah,
what you mean? You gonna stop? What you mean?
Yeah,
you gonna listen? It's stressful out there.
You can't stop because it's much needed. And like you said, you know what I'm saying. You see the fruits. You know what I'm saying? Like those success stories. You know what I'm saying? You look back like with me teaching, and when I run into my former students, and now they're fathers and take care of families and stuff like that, and. Like, yeah, coach, you might have thought I wasn't listening, but I was listening. Like, it's like, okay, maybe if people are listening, let me keep going. Let me keep talking. But that's what's up. So that's what episode 126 is in the books. Coach Antoine Miller, the lovely cousin Tracy. Once again, I am Sechawaya, a.k.a. Coach Bird. I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show, and we'll talk to you soon. Yes, indeed.
It was a stone groove, my man.